Hey guys, I'm Dustin with Top Deck, and I wanted to give a quick introduction here. I actually just got back into playing Yu-Gi-Oh! About 6 months ago after not playing the game for close to 13 years. So, needless to say, I mean, it's a lot different, you know. But for someone like me getting back in after so long, it's like, where do you start? Because back in the day when I played, it was more of a T-set pass kind of game. Coming into all these new summoning mechanics like link summoning and Xseed summoning and synchro summoning, it can be a lot to take in, you know. So the first thing I did is I started watching. I'd have to say two main guys here, Simo and then Sam over at Team Samurai, which their content was perfect. It helped me so much. Their deck profiles were very in depth, and they also showed you the combos that went along with them. Their content was just really really good. So guys, a huge shout out to you. Keep it up. I love watching your stuff, and it's been extremely helpful. And I definitely wouldn't have come this far in playing it competitively this fast without your guys' content. So again, huge shout out and thank you. A couple other ones that I was watching and I really related to was Ruggles, because he was away for like 10 years from playing the game and just got back in recently. And he was doing so well. He went to his locals, he was topping there. He went to regionals, did really well. I believe he got so close to getting his invite, or who knows, he may have it already now. I just felt like I related to him because he was kind of in the same situation. Just getting back into the game after so long. But it was really, really nice to see that, he came in and started doing so well. And his videos are just so unique. They're so well put together. So I urge you go check his stuff out. Um, and then one of the other ones was Crush Cards. Brian and Logan. I mean, their stuff is awesome. They're an awesome couple there. I just like the synergy there. You know what I mean? And they're very responsive on their videos. I've chatted with them a couple times in the comments, and their deck profiles are really cool, and their combos, and then watching them, do their live duels, and they've topped and they've gotten their invites too, which is awesome. Good for you guys. Who knows? I'd love to collaborate with you guys someday. You guys are awesome. So I definitely urge you go check out their stuff too, because it's really good. So where I'd like to take my channel, I want to do my deck profiles, and the combos and stuff, and I'm very interactive. I want to talk to my viewers, so please, I can't urge you enough. Leave comments, and if you like the videos, like, subscribe. That's really appreciated. I'd love to be doing a segment on, talking about the meta, where it's at currently, where we think it's going to be at in the future, talking about ban lists and, the master rule that's right around the corner. I'd like to talk about all that stuff. So please, I can't urge you enough, guys. You know what I mean? Just comment, let's talk, hopefully I can learn some stuff from you, you know what I mean? Maybe you can pick up a couple things from me. I'm very excited to be doing this channel here. So I don't want to take up too much time, but it is my first video, so I wanted to give a quick introduction of me before doing the deck profile, which will be heroes. It was actually, which was another thing with Ruggles there, is he did Cyber Dragons and heroes, and those were two of the archetypes that I really liked and that I made decks around too when I first started. So, I'm excited to do that one here with you guys. So, again, thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get into that deck profile. Thanks. Alright guys, let's get right into the deck profile, starting with the main deck. Starting with the Elemental Heroes, we are playing 3 Elemental Hero Stratos. Now, he is one of the best starters in the deck. He can search any hero out. Also has another effect where he can pop back row up to the number of heroes on the field except him. And he's not a once per turn. You can only activate one effect on summoning, but you can summon him multiple times per turn and get the effects. So I've seen people run this card less than 3. I just don't think that's the right way to play it. I think he's great synergy for the deck, and the more you can search, the more you see this card in your hand. the better, you know, because if you're not opening up Ferris, you know, but you've got him, or you know, you're using e-call to get him to get Ferris, you know, because that's your play. You want to get into that Ferris. So, you know, I believe playing 3 of him is a must. So, definitely great card to have in the deck. Next one is Shadow Mist. We're playing 2 copies of her. One's not enough. 3 is a little too many. You know, she can get that mass change to your hand. Also has a search effect. I usually am going with the mass change first, though. I mean, there's some times where, you know, maybe the search would come in clutch over the mass change, but most of the time you're wanting to go into that. So this is a good discard off of Ferris, or dumping her from Vion. So definitely a good card. Definitely, I'd run 2 of her. Next one, good new addition to the deck is Liquid Soldier. Now he is good. He adds some drawing ability into the deck, which is nice. I think he's much better than Celestial for the draw power. So you draw 2, discard 1 after he's fused off. You know, so now you're going into your Sunrise, and then makes it possible for the absolute combos. I mean, he's just great for the deck. You know, I opt to play 1, but I've seen people play 2, which isn't incorrect. It's good for a later game and to have 2 of them in here. But you know, it's really personal preference at that point. So, but I choose to play 1. But definitely a great card. You need at least 1 in the deck. Next one is Solid Soldier. You know, Solid Soldier is good in your opening. You know, if you can, you know, you summon out him, and then you get to special summon out a level 4 lower hero out from your hand. You know, and that's a great effect. And then also, if he's sent from the field to the graveyard by a spell effect, you know, you get to special summon a level 4 lower hero from your graveyard in defense position, which is also a great effect. You know, there's no real room to play him more than 1, you know, if you get him in your opening hand, or there's some plays where you can go into him later on. But he's definitely a great addition to the deck. So I would play at least 1 of him. Last elemental hero is Honest Neos. Great for OTK purposes, or protecting your plasma, or upping your Trinity to 5k and attacking into 3 guys. You know what I mean? He's got so much synergy for the deck. You know, he's just good for OTK purposes. You know, that quick effect on your opponent's turn or your turn, you know, is great. So definitely play 1. I wouldn't play any more than 1 though. Onto the Vision Hero package, we are running the main man Vision, who is ultimately who you want to see in your opening hand. And to get him out, you just got to discard a hero monster. Usually you want to try to dump the Malicious, like one of your Malleys, or Shadow Mist. You know, or if you open up double copy, you know, if you open up a copy of like Increase in your hand or Vion, you know, you can get rid of those first, you know, because you will be getting those out of your deck. So he's definitely one of the best summons in the deck here. So, you know, you definitely want to be searching him off your Stratos, or, you know, you want to get this card in your hand as quick as possible. You know, you discard a hero, special summon him, and he'll bring out another Vision Hero to the Spell and Trap card zone. Great card. Don't play less than 3. Which, going on that, he will actually special out the Vision Hero Increase. I think 2 is the right number. A lot of people are running this at 2. You know, he's the one who gets special summoned to Spell and Trap card zone off of Ferris, and then you can sacrifice a hero monster to special summon him, and then he will special summon out, you know, your Vion from the deck to extend your plays. And then he also has a graveyard effect. If you take battle damage, you can put him back into your Spell and Trap card zone. So that's really good. So I would play the 2 copies of Vision. Now on to Vion. Vion is who you're going to bring out off of Increase and usually you're going to go and I dump the Shadow Mist if I haven't already, or your Malicious, you know. And a lot of people tend to forget about his second effect, which is extremely important. Banishing a hero to add polymerization to your hand to extend the plays of, you know, I am usually liking to go into Liquid Soldier and go in that route. But there's other routes you can go, but definitely get that polymerization to your hand. You know, banish the Ferris usually, and get that to your hand. It's definitely a must. It just increases your combo. So definitely don't forget about that second effect there. Now onto the Destiny Hero package. We are doing the 3 Malicious, aka Mally. Definitely run these at 3. I mean that just goes without saying, man. So he is great extender, you know, good synergy for the deck. You know, he just enables you to get into them big boards and extend your combos. You know, it's Mally. What else do I need to say? Now, I do play the 1 Dynatag and the 1 Celestial. Now, the Dynatag is great. You can banish him to give your heroes an extra 1,000 attack. He turns on your Dystopia, or he can protect your Plasma, giving him an extra 1,000 attack so it's not so weak. Or he's got a discard effect where if you're going to take a bunch of battle damage from your opponent, you can discard him, then you take 1,000 life points, and then so does your opponent in damage, and that's it. So that can really come in clutch and save you when someone's maybe trying to come in and OTK you. Has come up quite a few times, you know what I mean? So that's definitely a nice little effect there. As far as Celestial, I'm a little torn on whether the deck really needs him or not. You know, I don't get off his effect too much as far as the drawing 2 cards. You know, usually by the time that happens, you know, I've either won or the opponent has won. I don't know. I'm a little torn on that card, and because the only time I really use him is discarding him in the late part of my turn. If I draw into Destiny Fusion and I've already got my Mally and my Shadow Mist in the graveyard, and I don't want to, you know, waste the other ones or my Plasma, so I'll dump, you know, Dynatag and him, you know, to go into it. But that just seems to be the only time he really comes in clutch. So I'm kind of weighing it out whether he's really needed in the deck. But let me know what you guys think. Whether you think he's really needed in the deck anymore. I know a lot of guys still play him, so but I was just kind of questioning that if you run into that too, you know, where you really go into him all that much. So let me know. Last Destiny hero is Plasma. This card is great, arguably one of the best ones in the deck, you know, as far as monsters. You know, he's a walking just skill drain for your opponent's side, and he can suck up a monster. Only negative really on him is that he's only 1900 attack, so, you know what I mean, you gotta really protect him or increase his attack, you know, because he's not hard to get over. And he takes a lot of resources to get out. I mean, it's not hard for heroes by far because we can put up big boards, but you know, like I said, he still takes a lot of resources to put out, and you got to make sure you can protect them. So, but definitely a 1-up. Definitely play that card. Last 1-up for the monsters here for heroes is a Dusted Gold. Now, I know he's expensive, but you've definitely got to play him. You know, he is just, you know, Malicious Bane is ridiculous. You know, he's just he's a walking Rejeki. It's just too good to pass up, and then he gains attack power from the monsters he destroyed. You know, and then he can't be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. He's just ridiculous. You know, and he's a 3K beater, and usually you're increasing his attack anyway, so he's higher than that. So you just gotta play him. Now, for the last 3 monsters, I opt to play DD Crow. Now, I am not huge on hand traps and definitely clogging down your deck with them, But I get multiple effects by running this card. So obviously you can dodge the hand traps with him, you know, whether it's Ash or Droll or anything like that, problematic hand traps, and you can hit it. Secondly, you know, yeah, you can stop your opponent's combos or banish clutch cards that they need. And then lastly, he's dark though, which will come up later on in the deck profile. So I play 3 of him. Now, onto the spells. I do play 3 copies of E-Call. Now, I've seen people try to cut this down, play 2 copies, or, you know, even 1 copy. I just, you know, this deck is extremely consistent, and, you know, that's maybe why they take it out, but I think that's the reason not to take it out, is because you're taking away from the consistency. That's the benefit of the deck. You know, because you do get them hands, you know what I mean, where you don't get what you need, but you have that, and, you know, you need that to go through and get your Stratos to your hand, to get your plays going. You know, why take away from the synergy of the deck? I don't understand that. You know, but leave some comments in the section below. You know, let me know, do you run 3? You know, if you don't, let me know why. Because I think taking away from the synergy of the deck, you know, is just hurting it in the long run. You know, because that's one good thing Heroes have got going for them. You know, is everything is so searchable. There's so many searchable cards. You know, it's just, it's so consistent. So why take away from the cards that are consistent? So definitely play 3 of those. Next one, arguably one of the best spells in the deck, is Fusion Destiny. Now, one, because this card can put up boards just by itself. You know, you can go into Dystopia and start your plays and get your Mally in the graveyard, your Shadow Mist in the graveyard, you know, all kinds of stuff just from one card. And it plays through Droll. You know, your opponent Drolls you, you can still play this card, so you can still put up a board. It's nice. It's great. Play it at 3. Definitely play the card. You know, it's great. Next, we play 3 Mass Change. I mean, Dark Law is a card, and he's a great card. He is one of our, you know, going first cards of, you know, if you put him up with Plasma, it is extremely hard for your opponent to deal with. You know, I want to see this card in my opening hand, or else I'm getting to it with Shadow Mist. And if not, I'm gonna use it once, and I'm gonna do what I can to reset that card. It's that good. You know, you can go in your Dark Laws, you can go into your Absolute Zero plays. You know, going from him to Acid, it's ridiculous. You gotta play 3 of those cards. Now, for some of the 1-ups, I play Hero Lives. Great card. It's you know, it's limited to 1. You know what I mean? I get why, but special summon hero monster from your deck. Pay half your life points. Great card. Must play that. One Rhoda. You know, searches a level 4 low reward to your hand. You know, pretty much self-explanatory for the deck. And then for our fusion cards, we're playing the 1 Polymerization, the 1 Miracle Fusion, and the 1 Dark Calling. You know, all searchable. You know, searchable from a Dusted Gold. You can get to this with Sunrise and this with Bygone. I mean, they're great. They're must. You gotta have them in your deck. Now, for my drawing engine that I decided to put into the deck, I am playing 2 Allure of Darkness, and then I am also playing Pot of Avarice and the Pot of Acquisitiveness. Now, that's why I pointed out earlier the Dark of DD Crow, you know, because you have targets for this. Like I said, the DD Crow, if you don't use it, You know, I mean, I don't know about you, but I definitely open up the hands where I open up the increase in my hand or the Vion, you know, which is pretty much dead in your hand. So, you know, you can banish that, the draw two. You know, you want to be able to play through Droll, man. Like, you just want to, you know, if you don't have the Destiny Fusion in hand, you know, and you get Drolled, you know, it's nice having a drawing engine in your deck as well. You know, or if you just you get to add on it, it's a bonus, you know. Was these cards, you see any one of these cards in your opening hand and you got your good combo going, you know, this one in particular can put back your two Malleys that you have banished, you know, and then you have the third one that's already in your grave. So that's either can extend your combo or it sets up for your turn, your next turn. You know, you already have Malley live in the grave to start, you know, banishing and bringing him back out. You know, and then you could put back one of your other banished cards, you know what I mean, that you may have banished, you know, that you'd rather have back in the deck. And then you get the draw one, you get the plus, you know, or this one, it's with your graveyard, you're throwing back 5 of your monsters that you want to start, you know, using again on your next turn, and then you get the draw two. You know, I mean, if you get the drawing engine going, and on top of how much this deck can search already, you know, you can just completely replenish, you know, your resources for your next turn. So I've used it. I really like how it is. I do run a little bit higher than a 40 card deck right now with this in it. It's like a 43. But I like to argue the fact that, you know what I mean, I feel that my deck runs a lot smoother. There's more consistency running at the 43 with these cards in it without them at 40. So, you know, try it out. Let me know what you think. And, you know, I thought this was a really good addition to it. You know, just replenishing my resources for my next turn or continuing my combo with this one in particular. So definitely a neat little, you know, engine to work with the drawing on it. So now on to the extra deck. We'll start with the Masked Heroes here, and obviously my boy Darklaw. Gotta play the Altis. You know, what else can I say about Darklaw? I mean, you know what he does. You know, banishing everything, you know, that's sent to your opponent's graveyard is great. And then when they go to search, which most decks that go to search, you know, you get to banish a random in their hand, you know. And he's real easy to get out. So, you know, I've seen people play him at 3. I mean, that's fine. You know, there's definitely room in the extra deck to play around with to add 3. I just never go into 3. I just felt he was wasted. I'd rather have somebody else there, you know what I mean, for different situations. So, but definitely play at least 2. I do play the one Blast, you know, just help out with some back row, because this deck does kind of, is sometimes, you know, struggles against some back row decks, so it's nice to have outs to it. So one of him. And then I play one Anki. I like him. I don't go into him all that much, but you know, if I get him and Neos, with that Neos in my hand, you know, and I can increase his attack from that, and then if he's under Dread Decimator or anything like that, you know, to increase more of his attack, just do a direct attack, whether they got monsters on the field or not. It's great. You know what I mean? It's great. You know what I mean? He's a cool little effect. So, what a him. So for another mass change combo, I mean, I love this combo. I mean, going from Absolute Zero into Acid, you know, destroying all their monsters and then banishing all their back row is just too good not to run. You know, whether you're going first and you set him up with a mass chain set behind him and go into it into the next turn on your opponents, or if you're going second, try to break through their board. I mean, it's a Rejeki and a Herpes Feather Duster. I mean, why not back to back? It's great. You know what I mean? You should definitely run this combo. I mean, they gave us Liquid Soldier for a reason, you know, and Sunrise. This play is just so good. So good. Definitely play them. The other element hero, like we were talking about, is Sunrise. He gets you to your Miracle Fusion, you know. And then he also has a really cool effect of, you know, if he's on the field and if a hero attacks or is being attacked, you can pop, you know, pop one. So he's really good. You know what I mean? So between Search and Miracle Fusion and that cool little popping effect, you know, he's a definite in the deck. On to some of the Destiny hero ones. Obviously, the one Dystopia. I mean, he's your Destiny fusion target most of the time. You know what I mean? And if you increase his attack, then he's got a pop effect too, which is really cool. You know what I mean? I definitely like running him. And then the other Destiny hero is Dangerous. You know, Dangerous is he's good. You know, he can dump your Mally into the graveyard or anything like that. So you know, if you're having trouble getting there, so he's good to have there just in case purposes because they do come up. Now for a couple of the one-ups, I do play the one Trinity. I like that OTK. You know, if they've got 3 monsters on the field and I've got that Honest Nielsen hand especially, you know, bump him up to 5K and just, you know, go in. It's just, it's great. You know, I mean, he's a little bit harder to get into, but, you know, he's definitely worth it. And then, obviously, we are playing the main man, Bane. You know, what can I say? Bane is Bane. I mean, he's hard to get rid of, hard to deal with. He's a walking rejecty, you know, and he gains attack for doing it. You know, not targetable or anything. So, great card. Great card. Must play him. Onto the links. I play 2 Cross Crusader. I don't think playing 3 is necessary, but you definitely need to play more than 1. I'm still going to use him in the new format, honestly, because his effect's that good. I mean, being able to reborn and then pop one to search a hero is just phenomenal. You know, he's a great level 2. So we need a hollow version of this card, Konami. Like, definitely get on that. I do play the one Wonder Driver because I've expressed how important mass change is. You know, she can add other, quick play magic cards back to you as well, but I'm usually going for that mass change. You know, it's a level 2. You know, you just need a special summon to the arrow she points to, and you can add back mass change from your graveyard. That's great. You know, definitely play one of her. And then, the final link is the Dread Decimator to pump up your heroes. You know, he's your level 3. You know, he's good. What can I say? He turns on a lot of your other cards and protects and amps up their attack power. So, definitely a one of in the deck. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for the main deck and the side deck. Or I'm sorry, the extra deck. So we are going to get into our side deck. Okay, so I am opting to play the 3 Drone Lockbird. Now I said I didn't like hand traps all that much, but this one is too important in the meta right now to not at least side in your side deck there. So I mean, it can just stop some of the big problematic decks from putting together their boards. I mean, it's just plain and simple, you know. So I may side out my DD Crow and throw that in there, and you know, just try to stop those decks to put up them huge boards. So 3 Drone Lockbird, and then I also play 3 Evenly Matched. I mean, this can just destroy a field. I mean, it can get rid of back row monsters, everything. It's just a board clear. I mean, and it's so easy to get off. You know, I think putting this in your side deck is a must right now. Definitely such a good card. I know it's gone up in price lately, you know, so maybe pick them up sooner than later if you don't have them. Because I don't see them coming down all too much. I do a little bit of buying and selling, you know, on eBay and TCG Player, so I pay attention to a lot of the prices, so I definitely pick them up sooner than later. Now, I do play the Starving Venom along with 2 Super Poly. I don't play 3. I mean, this card's good. I mean, it's okay. It's starting to get a little less and less relevant in the meta right now. It can beat over spirals and stuff like that, but a lot of people are playing around this card. So, I mean, I side it, but I don't put it in too much. Like, again, if I'm going against spirals, I'll definitely put it in. You know what I mean? But I don't like stuff in there messing around with, putting together the boards that I normally put together. So, but it's good. I mean, when you pull it off, it is nice. So, I at least side them. So. For some more back row, the Twin Twisters. Sorry, I have the super rares. I have the secrets coming in. So, but yeah, two of them. I don't think I need the three in there. I do have outs to the back row, and honestly, I'll play evenly matched too with it. So, 2 Twin Twisters, decent card. You can play that, or you can play, Cosmic Cyclone and banish it too. But over a Cosmic Cyclone, I just like getting rid of 2 of them rather than banishing just the one. I know banishing is, more effective, but I just like to get rid of them. So as far as board clears, monster-wise, I am choosing to put in the 2 Nibiru, and then the 2 Sphere Mode. So I have each one of these in here, but I'm starting to see this one. A lot of people play around it or put up negates for it. So a lot of people aren't even maining this anymore, and sometimes it's not even in their side. But I'm keeping it around just because so I can see how the meta is developing, because there are still decks coming out of the woodwork, and I like to at least pay attention or be ready. If they're susceptible to Nibiru. So with that being said, the Sphere Mode though. As you know, the hero deck can actually play without a normal summon. I mean, if you got the Ferris to go off and everything, you can go into it. Still a really good combo. So to put this down and get rid of 3 problematic monsters right away on your opponent's side of the field, that may continue to do your combo or whatever, just help them break through the board it's just great. You can use him or Lava Golem. I've really debated on which one I want, but I keep going back to the Spear Mode. But Lava Golem is an option too. So it's really personal preference there. But most boards are putting up three monsters or plus. So I just think he's just more beneficial. But he does waste your normal summon, so you need to keep that in mind. But like I said, if your play's right, you can just go through special summoning and get through combo and just get rid of their monsters easily with that. So, those are my board clears as far as monsters. So, guys, that'll wrap up the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think. Please leave comments and below. I'm very responsive. I want to talk about the decks and any other meta talk or anything like that, what you guys are doing, how you guys are running your hero decks, what kind of other profiles you'd like to see. I've got quite a few decks put together already, so if you happen to pick one I've already got put, I can get that up quick. I will be putting up a combo tutorial in another video. I didn't want to extend this one too long. I know it's already gotten long with the introduction in the beginning, but I will be putting that up, to show you all kinds of combos that you can go into with the deck, and then showing how the draw engine can just further the original hero combos. So, thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you on the next one. All right.